In 1967, when the Israelis took over Jerusalem in this area of the Jewish quarter, they demolished most of the Arab houses and the Arab settlement in this area, and then they had an opportunity. Once they took over in 1967, they had an opportunity. Jerusalem has been little excavated because of the issue that it is a continually occupied site and continues to be occupied today. And so you've got houses everywhere, and in order to excavate, you need to go below the houses. So since the houses of the Arabs were destroyed in 1967, Nachman Avigad, an archaeologist at the Hebrew University, convinced the government that this was a unique opportunity, and he was given permission to excavate this Jewish quarter area. And the excavations that you see underground today here are the Jewish excavations that took place from 1968 until 1982. What you have here is a series of homes, elite homes that date from the 1st century AD. That is right before the final Roman destruction of the city of Jerusalem. How do we know that? Underneath the floors, and we can see a number of mosaic floors here, underneath the floors we can see that we have coins, the latest of which in this particular building here dates to 67 AD. And in the building, the palatial mansion that we're going to see later, we have one dating to 69 AD. So we know that these coins help us date the time period that these houses were occupied. They were probably occupied prior to that time and continually occupied throughout the 1st century. And so when Jesus was walking through Jerusalem and others were walking through Jerusalem, these are the kinds of houses that they would have seen. Now, these are not your ordinary houses or hovels that you might expect in some areas. This was the elite area of Jerusalem, up on the mountain, and so it was an extremely, these are beautiful homes. Some of the homes are over 3,000 square feet in size. We have one here, and we'll have one further down. We think that these are probably Jewish homes. The reason we think that is the number of ritual baths that we find in these homes. And there is one right over here in this corner that we have. These ritual baths had stairways going down into a basin area, the plastered stairways. The way we know that they're ritual baths, you know, according to the book of Leviticus, there were certain times when a person touched a dead carcass that they were ritually unclean and had to go through a bathing process, and there were a number of other laws there at that time as well. The reason we know that they're ritual baths is often they would have a border, a small little border running down the center of the bath, so that if a person went down unclean on one side, it could return clean on the other side and not touch another person that might be going down into the bath for cleansing.